For he created my inmost being. He knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise him because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. His works are wonderful, I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from him when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. His eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in his book, before one of them came to be. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Also, he has put eternity into man's heart, yet so that he cannot find out what God has done from the beginning to the end. The Kindred project began with an interest in my own genealogy after the death of my papa, and led to the exploration of it with the help of websites like Ancestry and MyHeritage, as well as stories passed down from my living family. This led me to question why people felt this interest to know more about their family's history. What I found was that the majority of people felt a tie to their kindred because they were able to identify with them and understand themselves better because of them. What I also found was that though genealogy research has gained increasing attention with the rise of more accessible records, there still seemed to be a visual disconnect for what one's ancestry says about their identity, or rather, what my ancestry said about me specifically. As I quickly learned that my modest upbringing did not reflect the lives that preceded me, it became more and more clear that I would not be the woman I am today without the choices of my ancestors. This humbling and incredible realization allowed me to cherish those choices, both good and bad, and planted a seed in me to want to tell my family's story and the impact that it made through the mediums that I love. In doing so, I aim to encourage others to learn more about who their kindred were, so that they too may feel the fullness in understanding who they are through the lens of their ancestors, and just what had to be done in order for them to be here today. There are 3 major touch points in the Kindred project, including the multimedia display, the promo video, and the phone application. The multimedia display is a compilation of found genealogy material from my mother's side of the family. It is constructed out of paint and printed materials on a 9-foot by 6-foot canvas. The information forms a layered map of eastern North Carolina, as this is where most of my family is from, and reflects life events, births, marriages, deaths, pop culture, and world events. In conjunction with the multimedia display, an app will allow a deeper understanding and further exploration of the found genealogy material using augmented reality technology. Through image recognition, icons specifying certain information will appear in the app as viewers scan different parts of the canvas. They can then immediately retrieve more information pertaining to that event. They are able to view maps, excerpts from my grandmother's book, my own personal thoughts, photographs, videos and music, and articles. When an icon is clicked, the app uses augmented reality to allow the user to further interact with the multimedia display. Lastly, in order to promote Kindred, I have created a short video that includes 3 generations of my family, my mother, my grandmother, and I, and the narrative that we all share through our genealogy. Who am I?
Who am I? Who am I?
Is who I am simply defined by my actions?
My beliefs or my circumstances?
Or is who I am
Constructed by something bigger
a giant web that interweaves across time
and explains why I am this way? Could we be predestined by our ancestors? Determined by a compilation of moments,
challenges and trials,
characteristics and choices that precede us?
Does this undeniable tie through kinship contain more than just shared blood,
but a way of life that has transformed our fate? And yet certainly we are not left entirely to the vices of our own genetic makeup. Certainly we are more than just who our parents were or who their parents were.
Certainly we have an opportunity to make this life our own.
But just what part of our genealogy is unavoidable?
This is a story of a condemned criminal,
a soldier powered by conviction, an addict consumed by his addiction,
a single mother who stood up to conventions,
and men and women fueled by their faith.
This is
my story.
This
This is who I am. This is my kindred. This is my kindred.
This is my kindred.